Hey guys, how you going? My name's Ruby and let's have a look at some stuff that's making news. First up, we're talking about US President Donald Trump and North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un. Their big meeting over in Vietnam ended early and abruptly, and it didn't go the way most people wanted.
For the past few years, these two have had a very interesting relationship. There have been threats and some name-calling, with Trump calling Kim a bad dude and Kim calling Trump an old lunatic. But when the two met up in Hanoi, there were friendly handshakes, a few smiles, and even a nice dinner date. Things seemed to be on the up. They were meeting to discuss the whole nuclear weapon situation. The US wants North Korea to get rid of their nuclear program, while North Korea wants the sanctions on their country lifted. However, when talks were cut short and lunch plans called off, it became pretty clear the two leaders couldn't come to an agreement on their Vietnamese getaway.
They were willing to denuke a large portion of the areas that we wanted, but we couldn't give up all of the sanctions for that.
While there's no deal this time, President Trump says he's not giving up, and he's hoping the two countries can still come to an agreement in the future.
Summer has officially come to an end, and if you live in the land down under, it will come as no surprise to you that it was our hottest summer on record, and one of our driest too. The Bureau of Meteorology says autumn here in Oz is probably going to be warmer than average too, which is bad news for the places around Australia that have been struggling through a drought. It's Sydney's gay and lesbian Mardi Gras this weekend, and preparations are well underway. The finishing touches are being put on costumes, floats and decorations. It's a huge annual event, but this year it might be a little less sparkly. In an effort to be more environmentally conscious, the organisers are phasing out single-use plastics, and that includes glitter. Glitter is a microplastic, and it can often end up down the drain and in our oceans. Instead, they're recommending things like fairy lights, fluoro paint and lanterns. We're going to look at some magic moments in sport now, from some current, former and rising stars who've exceeded expectations. Today's lesson is called Don't Underestimate Me.
Oh, hey there, Matilda's player Hayley Raso, who broke her back 6 months ago and thought she'd never walk again. Surely she won't score from here.
Raso, what a return!
Oh, wow.
For a matter of minutes.
Minutes after stepping out onto the pitch, she helped the Matildas get off to a winning start in the Cup of Nations, with a 2-0 victory against New Zealand. 13-year-old soccer sensation Olivia Moultrie has just given up her scholarship to play at the University of North Carolina. I'm guessing that her career's over, right? Apparently not. She's decided to go pro, signing a multi-year contract with the biggest sportswear company on the planet, Nike. And finally, washed-up retiring NBA player Dwayne Wade. There's no way he'll score an unreal buzzer beater to beat the Golden State Warriors.
Waiters, back to Dwayne, shoots. No, he couldn't get it off, now fires it up. Bank it in! It counts! It counts! The Heat win the game!
Yeah, lesson learned. Don't underestimate people.
126 to 125!
And we are finishing up today with 2 stories about the cold and one about a baby. The title of this segment pretty much wrote itself. Ice, Ice, Baby. This ice castle is pretty much the movie Frozen in real life. There are ice tunnels, ice queens, and this super trippy 30-metre long ice slippery dip. It takes months to build this place, and the way they do it is groovy. Icicles are made with a combo of metal racks and sprinklers, and then harvested and put in place by ice artists. Pretty cool. Actually, very cold. Now to a girl who issued quite the challenge to her dad one icy winter's day.
So, Ellie, what kind of a snowman did you want?
Wonder Woman!
Wonder Woman?
And he came through with the goods. He carved this 9-foot-tall version of the Amazonian warrior in their front yard. And now for the baby. I bet you've never seen a kangaroo that looks like this before. It's called a tree kangaroo. They're found in far north Queensland and Papua New Guinea. This one just celebrated its first birthday with a cake made of sweet potato. And that is the show for today, guys. Thank you to everyone who's subscribed to our channel. We love it. If you haven't done it yet, get on that stat. And keep the comments coming because we love reading them.